So, very good morning to all viewers. And today, with me, the guest is Mr. Ravindra Singh Negi. He is the sales manager in Aries Life Sciences Limited and currently based in Ahmedabad. And he is carrying with him the very vast experience of 25 years and with so many companies. He started with the GSK and then he was with so many other organizations and in different roles. So it will be a very interesting episode, and I believe that he will be sharing his experience overall of the field to us. So I'm inviting Mr. Negi. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, and very good morning to all. Yeah,
Sir, it's long 25 years of sales, pharmaceutical sales journey in different assignments with different organizations. So, uh, we just want a brief intro from your side for the viewers' benefit, sir.
okay, great. Should I start with my personal ground or with my professional
With the
career?
professional side, sir. We want the professional side, sir.
Okay, yeah. Very good morning, all again. Yes, myself, Ravindra Singh Negi, and yes, I'm in the industry, pharma industry, associated from last 25 years now. The right moment, which this moment I'm celebrating since this August only. I joined this profession in way back 1999. So from August to this August, I'm completed always. So this 25 years I completed my uh, pharma career journey, and yes, I'm very much happy and delighted because there is always life teaches you ups and downs, but how you bounce back and how you behave with your robust attitude and come back again to the same platform and perform your journey for your life, and that is how I learned from this profession. Yes, definitely, there is a challenge always remains because in any private organization has to be have some target, because without goal, your destination is not means achieved. Means you cannot go to your destination until unless you have target. So everybody should have target, whether it is personal, professional, whether it is any form of company where we are working. You should have some target. You should have some goal to achieve. Otherwise, you will not be at means in a progressive culture. Otherwise, you will be idle and silent at one place. So, if one has to grow in his career, if one has to uh, go in ladder with designation, with dignity in the job, so he has to take the responsibility along with the career, time, and continuous performance. So, I felt really when I started my career, if I start my long journey, 25 years, so I started at 99 when I completed BSc. That time there was no MBA institute, so only we had no choice, either go for MSc or else go for with after BSc. So the only marketing was the choice which was available, and so I taken a chance, and yes, got an opportunity. My major breakthrough with GSK. Worked for 5.5 years. Got to learn many things. Acquired many skills which I was not having since I was just fresher in that time. So yes, working in MNC culture, different goal because different game, because they have system and culture which we have to adapt. Means there is zero tolerance. There is a system. Means you cannot deviate the system. That is what I learned in MNC uh, working style. So I worked there, I performed there, even though I was not in GSK at my hometown, because GSK they have uh, very dominant culture that they will not give you hometown. So I was 1,000 kilometers away from my hometown, that was in Nagpur. And that is I was there single and alone. I manage everything and work for 5.5 years. Yes, then after 5.5 years, I thought, okay, yes, let me prove as a leader. I should go and take a chance for next position. So I joined. Then 2004, I got a chance in CFL as a area business manager. And yes, virtually I got my hometown that time. It was vacant, so I got the Ahmedabad back. And yes, again I worked for CFL almost 4 years. Launch successfully. That was new division in Derma. So Derma GP orientation and pediatrician specialty was there. So worked successfully in CFL also. Yes. Then after I had few changes along with the time. Sometimes challenges that takes puts you down. So that period was there with me also, where I faced yes uh, challenges to me to overcome and to work with the challenge. So in that period, I think changed 3 4 companies. So after CFL, I got into Lupin as a area business manager, worked for 1 year, then worked for uh, Heathrow as a regional manager. Then I got a break. That's in Heathrow I was called for regional manager. So worked for 1.5 year in Heathrow for 1.5 year. Then again I wanted to move, increase my salary. So I taken a chance and got into FDC. So again, as a same regional manager, I moved FDC, and FDC one of the Indian company where yes, the admin is such a strong. I found even in Hitro also, admin is very good, and they give you time. They give time to work upon, and yes, mostly it is a people-oriented company. And in FDC, I worked for another 1 year, and then I wanted to move into the specialty. So after 1 year in FDC, I again got back a chance to work in micro in specialty division, where I worked for almost 7 years. And in that 7 years, yes, uh, I proved my skill. That is what my ability. So working, I was doing everywhere, but as a credential, I was not having anything to prove. So what I did, I knew the things I learned from last my uh, phase of till the macro I joined. So as a manager, what I was lacking, that I really took up a challenge. Yes, this is where I have to prove, and I want to improve on my ability, my work. So in time of macro, I got to know before joining macro. At the time of joining, yes, what I was lacking, and so one area which I was lacking that yes, my team building, uh, the strength I was losing out. In the last couple of company, I was uh, not having team. Means people was joining me, they leaving me. So I thought okay, there is some missing link is there which I have to fulfill this gap. So I take personally challenge in my period of micro, where I put up 7 years. Company, no doubt again, is a people oriented company. Given a time, support was there. Yes. So I build a good team. Then all people internally they promoted area manager at Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, and then I got a very good, stable and performing team. So I got to know yes, team building is very much important when you have this ladder of regional manager and then above. And by doing this, my performance was coming up year after year. And I know last 2015 onwards, uh, 15 to 16, 16 to 17, 17 to 18, and 18 to 19. These 4 years, I earned the respected CMD award, which is regional manager got or for the best performance. So in my division, then I was ranked for number one position as a regional manager. So consecutive 4 years, I achieved that CMD award. So that was my credential, and yes, I proved myself. Then I felt yes, this was the gap which I really missing, and then I failed it. So always I then I realized, okay, yes, people have to given time, they have to be developed, and once they are interdependent, then your job is done. Then you don't need to work with them. Then your priority will remain change. Means the weak link where you go and work there. Suppose now today's scenario, the same I applied in Aris, and 3 years I have been successful in Aris also. I joined in Aris 2019 or 20. Yes, so 3 years I put up, and in these 3 years also, my team I had to adapt because team was new. I was coming from outside, and team was division was also new. And yes, at the same post I joined as a manager. Reason being, the remuneration part was not I'm getting as I was wanted. So then I had taken a chance from Micro and got a good increment into salary, and yes, joined Aris. Yes, Aris is one of the progressing house, one of the professional in terms of productivity and super specialty. So now today's Aris is inching towards 2,000 crore domestic sales, which is going to be, I think, by next year, Aris will come into the top 20 company as a one of the leader in diabetic and cardiac. So I got into right time, and yes, and this is called I something I felt myself my one of the strength that adaptability is my key strength because I was into macro in general division, having general portfolio, dealing with general practitioner, specialty, pediatrician, GPs, derma, ENT, and some gynec. And the moment I joined Aris, it was a super specialty division uh, where I have to meet uh, endocrinologist, diabetologist, cardiologist, physician. So I was not having core strength to utilize means to exploit because I was not having last 7 years any exposure to this specialty. But here I found this adaptability has to be there as a leader. One has to adapt to the situation. So I knew my core strength. Again, go back to my core strength was again to go for team team stability and team building. So again, I uh, followed the same my basic instinct of micro time. And yes, in first year there was a new division in Aris, so okay, we did reasonably well. Yes, but then again, one new division was merged into Aris. That was Phoenix division, which I am having right now heading. So in Phoenix, it was a cardiac specialty which to cover physician also and diabetes. So again, my core strength I worked upon and worked throughout 2021. And yes, and that period was my again in life one of the major breakthrough where I achieved. Even that period was COVID time. So this is called even you have the external situation for circumstances will be there like COVID was there. So again, there will be downfall. Performance will down since the market was not open for 3 4 months. Then, but we took it challenge positive. We bounced back, and with the team and team performance, I got 102% as a regional manager, which was a major achievement again. So in my last 5 7 years, what I achieved this 4 years consecutive, I was in CMD as a in micro. Then again got back and this I performed in Aris 100 101% yes, and I was the only region manager in this division, Aris Phoenix division, where I achieved performance of 101% among all India. Because of COVID factor, nobody could able to this challenge the figure. But yes, I took up the challenge, uh, build a good team, work upon with all brands, SKU, perform at Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, all there. So likewise, I achieved with that, and because of that performance, and because of undisputed performance of 2020 I was called for the interview for sales manager. And in Aris, there is always bar, there is always this uh, SOP that one has, if one has to elevate, one has to promote internally, he has to work minimum 2 years. And I was just
Okay.
completing that time 1.5 years. So I was not called. I was hold for the in second priority list. You know, we have this typical criteria. One has to have 2 years, then only will invite for the interview. So I request to HR, let us please take my interview, and if things is possible, then okay. Otherwise, I'll continue my. So then there were external interview was taken, internal interview was taken, but actually nobody was selected for that sales manager position. And this is one of the very important position hierarchy. Sales manager is very important in any company because it is a third line and very close to the higher management. So I thought it was my dream chase before I complete 45 years of age. I should be at this position. This is my mission I've taken. And as a resume manager, I already completed 11 years. So I was just waiting, let me how I get the opportunity. Then nobody did achieve that, and nobody was selected for this. Then I was called for the final interview, and yes, I got through the interview. And last, I think June only, I joined as a this position as a sales manager in Aris. So almost I completed 1 year as a journey of sales manager also. So one of my key things which I learned, that is just team building. You have to work along with the team. You cannot leave that my team they will do as they're alone, and I have to behave like a boss. And I'd sit down at one cabin and just put the order. Things will done. No, now the time has gone. The leadership is changed. You have to work with the people. You have to develop the people, and the moment they will interdependent, you also uh, interdependent with all the problems, with all the challenges. So thing is like that. Only then people will stay longer once you are working with the people and helping them to achieve and assisting all the challenges to overcome.
Sir, uh, going to the details I was said, you were awarded in your very first assignment 4 times for excellent selling in GSK. Just because that you were 1,000 kilometer apart from your home, you decided to change your location with a different organization, or you tried with GSK to get shifted to your home location.
Uh, I was put a request after 5 years, 5.5 years. Let me have the opportunity if I go to my near to my family, because I always believe if I am possible, should be with family. So after 5.5 years, I put up request. Then, but then it did not work out. So then I thought, okay, uh, now let me try. Even I did try internally also for area business manager in GSK. I went twice for the final round. But yes, in GSK, there is very typical selection criteria, and you have to be 100%. And out of 100, one or two people only they got finally selected because very few opening are there. But that time, once the ABM is there, he will be retired from GSK. That is what I could see even today also. ABM will stay long and they'll, I think, retire only. That is what I seen in GSK, Pfizer, even Aventis. So then I thought, okay, let me take a chance because I wanted to prove myself that yes, I can be a good leader. I should move on. So I taken a chance and applied in CFL and got into. That time it was virtually vacancy was there, so I got into Ahmedabad. Otherwise, wherever the vacancy, I was ready.
So, sir, you moved from GSK to CFL.
Hmm.
Comparatively, if you see, the time you were working with GSK, GSK used to be the number one, number two, or number three company. As I recall,
Mhm.
there were only three
Yes,
organizations competing for top three position. The Cipla and the Nanvaxi were two or third. GSK used to be
and
the number
Glaxo.
one.
Very fine.
Ye-
Correct.
huh. So working with the number one company, moving to a company which is actually nowhere in position in top 10 or 20 ranking.
Mm. It was.
So how did you manage with a top ranking company to a company which is nowhere in rank at that very moment?
Mhm. Yeah. The only reason which I thought, okay, yes, I wanted to apply for area business manager, and it did not that I have not tried in any other good company. I tried in some of the MNC also, but in MNC and other good company, they have the criteria that we first approach internal people, then we'll take from outside, and uh, then CFL. I got yes. Let me try. Let me prove myself how things goes. So that challenge has taken yes, no doubt. And because of the challenge today, go on improve. And today I'm at sales manager, no doubt. I could have become sales manager even before that, 4 5 years.
Sir, my question to you is that since I am trying to understand, because you had a very tough zone in 10 to 15 years of your career, that next to GSK, you were for 4 years with Cosme Healthcare. And then there was a struggling phase for 3 to 5 years. In that, you kept on
Yeah.
changing many organizations. You, for the
Hmm.
benefit of viewer side, sir, will you be telling the real challenge of survival that exists in the field you have experienced with different organizations? So, going through different interviews and different organizations, what was the mindset you had, and how you actually cope up with all that challenges prior to micro?
Okay. So yes, uh, before micro also, my basic instinct, basic job was same, but the only core strength which I was missing in team stability and team building, that was lacking, and because of that challenge, people were there was no retention and attrition was there.
Okay.
So that was a major issue and which I faced during that period because Heathrow was not good paymaster. FDC also was not good paymaster. So even though I was trying to do good, but people was not retaining. So that could be one reason. Yes, from Lupin to Heathrow, I taken a challenge uh, for becoming a regional manager. So that challenge I took positive. Yes, in Lupin, I had to stay for long because there was a tough call to go for next position. It takes with performance 3 4 years, and before that I got a chance in Heathrow, so I taken a chance in Heathrow and I joined. Yes, Heathrow and FDC. I thought it is a very short move from Heathrow FDC as like same in terms of product SKU as well as promotion, marketing, more or less same. Yes,
So, sir,
I developed.
uh,
Hmm.
sir, uh, you been to Micro after this all changes, and there you were for 7 years. I believe, sir, that this is the moment when your kids grow up, your responsibility grow up, your overall expenditure grow up, and then after 7 years of career and total almost 22 years of career, taking the decision to be with a new organization on similar position, how far you find it comfortable to you?
Yeah, I come to that. Yes. I did not want to take. I did not leave Macro and join other company. This was my not uh, personally thinking. But once I had tried good, and that recognition was not. I was not received. So that is why I tried. Let me find out the other way because I was having promise that after continuous of 4 years of achieving CMD award. So I was confident that I'll be getting some opportunity within the company. And for training manager also, I was invited twice at Mumbai, but only the remuneration part was very less, so I did not take chance because hardly it was 1 lakh increment. So I was having 8 lakh salary, and then they were offering me nine. So I thought, well, let I cannot go and survive in Mumbai. The condition is different. And yes, new division was opting, but they did not decide. They just kept promising, yes, new division will come and then we'll promote you for DSM post for or sales manager post for Gujarat, MP, and Rajasthan. So then I thought, okay, let me find out the good option because increment was very generous. Hardly I was getting 35-40,000 increment in micro. So, so that is what uh, I was having some. Uh, I thought okay, there was some lacking because increment was low, and then I was looking aspiration also then gone down. So better I should move and have a good increment in my salary. So then I applied in Aris, got state 20% hike, good allowances, one of the good allowances in Aris, I think, as compared to the any pharma company. If you take particular compared to Indian company, I found Aris is having very good salary, good in terms of allowances also. So then I thought, okay, I'll prove myself in Aris. And yes, after putting 1.5 years, I proved myself and I got into the position which I was having aspiration to become by 45th of year age. I should be having at least sales manager. So then I got breakthrough this. And I achieved with my ability and with my core strength. Yes.
Sir, as I know, Micro is one organization which is always facing the biggest challenge of infiltration across nation. And I came to know a few days back that there is a
Hmm.
place where micro products are available at a down rate of 28%. So,
Hmm.
what was the situation with your division, and had you been to the same situation of infiltration with micro products?
Yeah. I, I was also facing in my period of time. But what I did, I raised my own bar that I know this 20%, 30% goods will come from outside. But what we were doing, we manage very good rapport with our key doctors, counters, and then we made such a good relation with the chemist that they have to buy from our stockist. We made that relation as such a strong because the bonus offer they used to get the same we used to get it uh, with the uh, company offer. So we diverted that main important all counters of Gujarat. Well, because otherwise trade sale there is going to be infiltration. There is going to be 20-30% goods will come from outside, and trade sale will be always you cannot go and catch everyone. But yes, the key counters like Ahmedabad, we were having 20-25 key counters, 10-15 in Baroda, 10-15 in Surat, 10-15 in Rajkot. So we hold that key account. We did not allow it to go to the other this wholesalers. So we have to have that good relation we bond. we equity, then we ensure that these goods should be purchased from our wholesaler only. By doing this, we manage the show, and yes, we got the things done because we were not relying on semi wholesaler. We were not relying some external sources. So we did work upon doctors, generate the good sales, and then we have uh, good relation build up with chemist, and then we our own people they used to book personally order and get it to stockist, our own stockist. So that channel we have not allowed anybody to uh, means misutilize or trading. I
Sir,
think that
sorry. Sir, as I see, now you are in SM position, and I believe that you are looking for a bigger territory. And it might
yes,
be happening that since you are looking a very bigger territory, the number of people reporting to you also will be very good in number. In that
yes,
case, managing this such a big territory and with that big territory, big accounts and big number of customers, you might be traveling for more than 15 days or 20 days in a month. So, for the benefit of viewers, will you be highlighting that how do you manage your work and your personal life out of this traveling life?
okay, yeah, it always going to be challenging because 15 days plus minimum 15 days I'm right now I do take care Gujarat and Rajasthan, so 15 days I'm at outside minimum. Then hardly, yes, by fortunate, first and third Saturday we get a weekend off. So this first and third Saturday and remaining all four Sunday. That time I get with my family. So how do I manage? A very tough question. So, but yes, I the moment I go to my place, like once it is on first Saturday, third Saturday, or fourth Sunday, what I do, I left my mobile. I don't chat even single WhatsApp to anybody. I think hardly, and that is why I become isolate from uh, company, from my friends, and I only available with my family at home. So first thing which I do that I become isolate with uh, company and my friends. Then I'm only available with family, and I don't go
That is
outside.
very That is very good of you, sir, and this is very encouraging even to me that you manage and to just keep yourself apart from mobile phone and then with other professional job. Uh, I believe, sir, that SM is one position you were willing to have before 45. So your career aspiration suggests that you are thinking to head a company across India position. You want to have a pan India position. Uh, do you ever thought of exit plan with your or business plan or entrepreneurship or kind of some other initiative where you can head a team and you can have your own ventures?
Uh, idea came many times. Many friends they suggest even today. But as far as my own personal thinking, that yes, uh, I should have good investor financial support. Then and then only I can work like this. You should have good financially support. So I don't think I can be taking support from financial prospect and then I go work with, because then people will rely on me for their earning, and uh, if I'm not able to prove in that situation, then all will be highly dependent on me to survive. So I don't think I should take a chance. So I'm not looking into that business point of view as an entrepreneur because I'll be engaged totally then for financially support, and so better I'll be continuing my career here as long as I can go.
So, as I believe, sir, you do not have an exit plan and you are thinking to continue the job assignments and willing to have a retirement age in pharma selling only with some certain organization in different roles only. Sir, then my next question is that how long we can expect you with Aries Healthcare?
Yeah, uh, my personal thinking is like as long as the company is growing and you are growing, you should continue. Mhm. And yes, company is growing and you are stuck somewhere, then you should take a chance. So I'm confident right now. I'm growing with the company, and I think so. Next 4 5 years, I think there will be good career in coming years. So I'll be there, continuous. Yes, good thing is happening, progressing. Even recent today, I'm launching the sitagliptin, which is in diabetic portfolio, off patent from this MSD from Sun Pharma. So that been launched by our division also, 5th of July. And yes, now this is a praising moment. I'd like to share that we got number one position all India in Aris from my division amongst
Okay.
all. So that I proved my challenge that yes. So everybody was looking into that who will do, and there was a race between UP, Delhi, Mumbai, Gujarat, and Chennai. So nobody thought that Gujarat will come into uh, number one position, and so I was not comparing with anyone. That is what my philosophy of working. That I should not compare what others are doing. I should compare or improvisation what I can do better. So everybody was looking weekly slides that who is going to chase number one. So and I was going for my own core strength that how we can go and convert the doctor and make sure that prescription floats and achieve at least 1000 YPM, 800 YPM. And we got 10,000 strip we this month, last month we sold. And Gujarat was number one amongst all India. Even though equity, Aris has equity, has good equity in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. These three market is Aris market. So all was thinking that either Delhi will be there, Mumbai will be there, Chennai will be there, and UP, but obvious the big market in terms of population and high dense in population. So they also thought UP might be number one. Nobody thought Gujarat will be chasing this. So this is the first one that we first number we chased in terms of secondary. This I am talking about, not primary. So
So,
these are
sir,
the moments.
one more question that is regarding your career started with an MNC and then you work continuously in Indian houses, never been to MNC again. Is there any regret of not being in MNC next to GSK?
Yes, I always believe yes. GSK, yes. Again, today is my one of the dream company because I learned a lot. Always, it is fascinating to work with a company like GSK. So I think only yes, GSK. Even missing today. Yes, I had a great career, and
Sir, we are
that
in
is what.
almost the closing moments of interview, sir. I've already taken your 40 minutes, sir. So, with final question, which I ask to every guest, even to you, I am putting, sir, if given a chance to reframe your life of this 25 years of experience in pharmaceutical sales, what is that one thing you would like to add on, sir? And what is that one thing you would like to tell to make it even more beautiful, sir?
Mm, one thing to add on in terms of my own career, you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, yes, I believe always that person is not complete. He has to improvisation. Yes, today I'm also still learning. Still learning. There will be gap. I personally believe yes, my communication is not that brilliant, but definitely my EQ is good as compared to IQ. So that is why I have the good people working with me. And yes, so I have to add on good communication skill further to because the move the moment you move further ladder in your this position after sales manager at GM, then come to vice president, you have to have good sound communication. So yes, personally, I feel this is one key area which I have to learn further. I have to be master rather than learn. I have to be master now. And yes, to make it more beautiful further. Yes. So life always there is a challenge, and yes, you have to adapt to the situation. This is what my key strength, which I'll be working hard and again working today also. So there will be challenge. There will be always uh, concern area. There will be always obstacles. And there will be situation will come ups and downs. But yes, you have to believe in yourself and you have to work upon. That is what I believe personally. Means you should not step behind and that lose hope that I cannot do now further anymore. So you have to be persuasive in your belief that yes, I've done so far, I can do better now.
So, sir, I'm just closing this interview and then coming back to you, sir.
Yeah.
So, friends, this was Mr. Aris Negi, the sales manager for Aris Life Sciences Limited and currently based in Gujarat. And the two best thing what he told that there would be ups and downs in your career because sales is a very challenging industry, and if you are not ready for, it's not a good industry to come to for you to come in. So you must be a challenge taker and you must be a very positive attitude personality. The second best thing what he told regarding the challenge in the market is infiltration. For many Indian and mediocre houses, even for MNC, it is a very big challenge. And for that, what he suggested that if you can control your secondary sales, with your key pockets, with your key accounts, almost 80% of your territory, then infiltration will not be a challenge actually for you. So, this was the key learning from today's interview, and I believe that it would be a very helping talk for all the viewers whosoever will be watching it and will be aspiring to join sales and survive in sales. Thank you very much. In next episode of Professional Talk, we will be calling some more guests and we will be discussing some of the topic or life experience of somebody. So, good day, everyone. Have a very nice selling.